Hello, hello, hello. So my name's Melanie Parry. I'm a triple diamond leader with It Works Global, and tonight we are going to go over product training. So we do this quite frequently, obviously, with regards to the products, and we've had in June a new product. So as in wow. So we haven't had one of these that's been recorded since that new product's come out. So we've got quite a few different trainings, but not one since that's come out. So just wanted to go over. We've also got quite a few new people in the team who will find this particularly useful. So the call's been recorded for all those that couldn't make it on. So starting out with the Ultimate Body Applicator. Now what we've got here, and I will share this presentation with you as well once I've made it look a little bit prettier, is the list of ingredients. Okay, so we've got ingredients that help improve the appearance of orange peel. We've got ingredients that allow the better penetration of the product into the skin, that smooths out and wrinkles, improves the tone, that encourages aging cells to renew. So this is helping keeping the skin firm, and to reduce wrinkles, lighten skin marks, and improves elasticity. So those are the key ingredients there that help the wrap do what it does. Okay. So the Ultimate Body Applicator is its official name, aka the wrap, as we call it. Basically, one box of wraps. So when you buy your wraps, they will come in a box, and one box is a full treatment. Okay, so we say one wrap is a treat, 4 is a treatment, and 12 is a transformation. So the non-woven cloth that you'll see when you open out your wrap, that just transfers the moisturizer to the body. So it doesn't do anything else other than transfers it to the body. And because it's on a wrap, okay, so it's because it's on this cloth, and it's on you, say for example, it's on your tummy, okay. So what that does is it helps the penetration of the moisturizer into it, okay, into the skin. So 9 out of 10 times, so that's 90% of the time, you will see a result after the first 45 minutes. Now that might just be a slight result. It might be a slight shift. It might be a little lift. It might be the skin tone, all different types of things. But basically 90% of the time you see something after the first 45 minutes. 5% of people need to wait the full 72 hours to see a result. And 5% of people will need to wrap again to see a result. Okay. Reasons for that being, as in, they might drink a lot of alcohol, they might be a very heavy smoker, they might have a high fat diet, they might not be regular, and all of those things can mean that you might need to use more than one wrap. Okay, so that's why we say 4 is a treatment. So people do buy individual wraps and people get amazing results, but it's always worthwhile keeping that in the back of your mind. Now, what can happen sometimes is, and this in particular potentially in your first 45 minutes, and it will settle down, is that, say for example, you've wrapped your tummy, and what you might find is that you can see in one area it goes bloated. So in particular with the tummy, what can happen is that it lifts and the top part becomes more bloated, so it looks bigger than what it was before when you do your direct comparison on your photos. Now this is what's called toxic bloat. It's all the rubbish that is broken down is being moved around. So the moisturizer is absorbed into the skin, it breaks down the rubbish, and then we need to drink the water to flush it out. So the bloat is that rubbish has been broken down and it's possibly lifted. So key thing is to continue drinking the water because it will go down, okay? And what we say is that the bloaters are the gloaters. And that's because if all that rubbish has been moved around and is, the wrap is doing its job really effectively. So if somebody sees a slight bloating, then that is a really positive sign for their end results, because as long as they make sure they drink the water, The wrap's working and they're going to flush out that rubbish. So the first time you wrap, you leave it on for 45 minutes. Basically here, we're just checking for allergies. I've never come across anyone having an issue, okay? But that's what they say, is we leave it on 45 minutes on the first time you wrap. The optimum time to leave the wrap on is for an hour. So you can do that on your second wrap and, you know, on any of those following that. But basically, it doesn't really it's not really beneficial to leave it on longer than an hour. So a lot of people will say, oh, I'm going to sleep in it, okay? And the truth is that that doesn't really have any greater effect. In fact, what I found personally was when, so I did my first result, amazing, went on to do a couple more, amazing, absolutely incredible results. And then I started to sleep in them. My results weren't quite as good, and I was a bit confused. I was like, oh, I don't know what's going on here. And I realised that I was sleeping in the wrap, waking up the next morning and taking it off, rubbing the moisturiser in and jumping in the shower. Now, as we know, you need to leave 12 hours from when you've applied the wrap to when you shower. And that's because, so you take off the wrap and you rub that moisturiser in, and we want that moisturiser fully absorbed into the skin. So 12 hours, no shower, no exercise, because we don't want you sweating either. So we don't want you to wash the moisturiser off in a shower, and we don't want you to push it out by sweating. Okay, so as I say, optimum time to leave it on is for an hour, and then after that hour, leave it up, you know, I mean, if it's give or take a couple of hours, it's not too much of a problem. So if somebody wraps at 7 in the evening and they want to shower at 6 in the morning, that's not too much of an issue. But we just want to leave that, you know, make sure that moisturiser is as absorbed as possible. Now, obviously, you put the wrap on and you can put a little bit of cling film to hold it in place. We don't want it too tight. We don't want them to sweat, as we've talked about, because we don't want their pores being blocked and it won't let the moisturiser in. If it's really hot weather, avoid the cling film. So if it's really, really warm, then avoid the cling film. If you wrap somebody and it's warm and you take it off and it goes white on the skin, that's because it's struggling to absorb. Keep rubbing it in. It will go in eventually. Just keep rubbing and rubbing and rubbing. Rub, leave it a little bit. It will start to absorb. Rub again. And make sure, obviously, that every bit of moisturiser that's on the wrap is on the body. So when you take it off and you've rubbed the moisturiser in, anything on that wrap goes on the body. Photos. So photos are crucial to the wrap, okay? We want one, if it's the tummy, one forward facing, one side facing. If it's the arms, obviously just side, you know, from the front. But basically get as close as possible to the area that you've actually wrapped, okay? So we don't really want it taken from a distance where you can see the whole body just for the tummy. You just literally want to see the tummy. And the reason for that is obviously the lifting and the skin and the texture of the skin and cellulite and stretch marks and skin slackening will all be seen far better if you've got that close-up shot. So photos are absolutely crucial, okay? Now, if you ever have somebody come back to you and say, I'm not sure if I saw a difference, ask them for their photos. High likelihood is they will come back and say, oh, I forgot to take them. So the wrap has worked, but the amount of people who, you know, if I go back to them and say, send me your photos, and they did take them, and you put them side by side, the minute you put them side by side and send them back to them, they go, oh my God, I can see it, that's amazing. But because your body changes gradually over 72 hours, people get used to what they're seeing, and therefore they might not always see it. So the photos are crucial. It does not matter what they do with those photos. We don't want them. We can't use them unless they've officially signed, you know, a form and it's been sent into corporate for approval. But the photos are crucial. So first time you wrap, only use one wrap, okay? So this is because how the wrap works with releasing the rubbish is if you put one wrap on and say you've got a little bit of a headache because you're releasing rubbish, you're releasing toxins into your system, then you up your water, you'll get rid of it. But if you are prone to feeling like that and you put 2 wraps on at the same time on your first go, there's a possibility that you could feel really, really quite not very nice. And wrapping is a fun thing to do. It's a nice experience. It feels nice on the skin. It smells amazing. This is all about being fun and nice and pleasurable. We don't want people having nasty headaches. If you've done your first wrap, no headache whatsoever. Second time, then you can use 2 wraps at the same time. Contraindications are, should not use the wraps if you're pregnant, breastfeeding or undergoing cancer treatments. With regards to pregnant and breastfeeding, we can't test on those people. So chances are it won't do anything bad, but we don't want to risk it for a start, and we certainly don't want to test on those people. So, and if they're undergoing cancer treatments, then the rubbish that's being flushed out, the body could think that the cancer treatment is rubbish. Okay, it's going to see it as a toxin, so it can flush it out. And obviously, if you're undergoing cancer treatments, that's not what you want. So you can't use it if you're pregnant, breastfeeding, or undergoing cancer treatments. If anybody's had an operation, if they've had like a C-section, then recommendations are that you wait at least 6 months. So if you've had a C-section on your, and that's on your tummy, or you've had an operation on your tummy, and that's the area that you want to wrap, what you've got to imagine is, so with a C-section, they cut through every layer. So with regards to how the wrap works, as in it lifts, imagine C-section scar, only a couple of weeks old, lifted. It's not healed properly inside, so we don't want to impact that. So we say minimum of 6 months, okay? It can go anything up to 12 months. If they've had any infections, if they've had any trouble with that scar healing, get them to check with the doctor. And that takes us on nicely to, if anybody is undergoing any medication, whether and this goes for any of our products, not just the wraps, but if anybody talks to you about diabetes, about Crohn's, yes, we have lots of people who wrap with those medical things. However, you should always provide them with the ingredients, and this goes for any product. So provide them with the ingredients. So we've got the wrap ingredients. They take that to their doctor and they get advice from them. We are not medical professionals. It's not our job to say whether that is something that they can use or not. If they're on the contraceptive pill, fine. If they're on antidepressants, some people are concerned about that. Definitely check with the doctor, because again, that could get flushed out, and that could put somebody in a position where people become quite reliant upon antidepressants and other sorts of tablets, and they need them. So that's that. We're not medical professionals, and just double check. So with regards to the wrap working, what we want to do is, in the 45 minutes that they have got the wrap on, they're going to drink 1 litre of water. Following that, they're going to drink a minimum of 2 litres water a day. Now, that's standard. That is recommended daily amounts of water anyway. In the week up to you wrapping, I would say up your water then, if you can do. If somebody says, I don't drink a lot of water, get them to up their water. Basically, because what happens is you put the wrap on, it breaks down the rubbish, and then you drink the water and it flushes it out. If you drink water when you're dehydrated, all that's going to happen is your body's going to say, cheers, thanks for that. It's not going to flush out the rubbish. So somebody is potentially in a dehydrated position if they're hungover, if they've been to, like if you're doing an event and it's in a place where there's high air conditioning, any of those things impact. Just get them to make sure that one, they've drank water whilst they're wearing it, in the run-up if possible, at all possible, and if they aren't hydrated, to really make it at least 3 litres of water a day whilst the wrap's on, because then the body's getting what it needs and it's also getting what it needs to flush out the rubbish. So with regards to preparing the skin, you can body scrub the area that you're wrapping. You can do that with warm water to open up the pores. No exfoliating scrub, so we don't want any moisturisers or anything on the skin that is going to clog the pores prior to doing that. We just want it absolutely nice and clean. So don't use any lotions, as we've talked about. If you can have a shower, give it a good body brush, brilliant. Take your photos, apply the wrap, cling film, fab wrap or fitted like clothing, and drink the litre of water. So, how to optimise your results? No alcohol for 72 hours following wrapping. Stay away from fatty, fried or processed foods. Reduce or stop drinking tea and coffee. Basically, because caffeine is obviously a toxin that you're putting back in. Completely stop drinking carbonated drinks. That's a complete no-no for me. Reduce or stop smoking. We have plenty of people who are smokers that get amazing wrap results, but again, it's just a recommendation for people to optimise. Using the defining gel alongside the wrap obviously helps maximise the results, which we're going to talk about. We've talked about not showering, no exercise for 12 hours, and drink the recommended amount of water. So, next up, that's the wrap. I'm going to have to start whizzing it through. Right, so defining gel. Okay, so the defining gel is basically half the strength of the wrap. So it's the same formulation, but half the strength of the wrap. This also has stuff in it which is really good for the skin elasticity, and it's also good for relieving the symptoms of varicose veins and thread veins. So, great quote for self-defining gel is that cellulite does not discriminate. It's the same formulation as the moisturiser on the wrap, but half the concentration. One bottle should last between 1 to 3 months. Don't use it on broken skin, it'd be quite sore. You can use between wrapping. You can use the defining gel whilst pregnant and breastfeeding. So that's a really great thing. If you've got somebody who is desperate to get their tummy sorted, then they can use it whilst they're breastfeeding. I've had many people who, whilst they're pregnant, have used it on their tummy and it's avoided stretch marks because it's just kept their skin amazing. Don't use it on the face. There are other products that we have that are designed for the face. And this little bad boy smooths that cellulite, as I said, varicose veins, scars, so if you've got a C-section scar, things like that, as well as tightening and toning the skin. So that's the defining gel. Then we move on to the facial. Okay, so we've got various different ingredients here that allow penetration of the product. It smooths out wrinkles. It helps encouraging aging cells to renew and help generate the production of collagen and elastin. It reduces wrinkles, lightens skin, and improves elasticity, helps skin to retain moisture, all of these different things. So the facials are amazing. So your skin is lifted and tightened. It can make your face slimmer, but it's not the same as the wrap. And you can use the wrap and facial together. So you take a before photo of your face, wash and dry it, preferably with the Knitworks cleanser, pop the wrap on. Okay, that is basically it. Leave it for an hour and try and drink some water whilst you've got it on. And again, it continues to work over 72 hours. So continue to drink that water over the 72 hours and take your pictures so that you can see how that's progressing. So that's the facials. So cleanser. So basically this is amazing. It gets rid of makeup and grime on the surface of skin. It helps increase your collagen production. It's got an ingredient in it, which is, it's not a soap, but it does enable a lather, which is really, really lovely for making your skin feel really nice and clean. The cleanser is formulated for all skin types, so it doesn't matter what skin type you've got, it's suitable for you. If you're in a salon and you've got the cleanser, you can cleanse the area that you're wrapping somebody to make sure the skin's really nice and clean. Even removes waterproof mascara, and it cleanses without drying. So it's a wash-off cleanser. The toner. Now the toner is lovely because it sprays. So with me personally, I found toners can be quite drying on the skin, and I felt like my skin was quite tight. That doesn't happen. It doesn't dry out. It doesn't tighten the skin. It's soothing and alcohol-free. It restores its skin to its natural pH. It tightens and lessens the appearance of pores, which is amazing. I've got quite big pores around here, and they're definitely improved thanks to the use of this. I use it every day. It hydrates and nourishes the skin. There is a load of stuff with regards to the toner. We could talk a long time about it. If you put your makeup on and you spray toner over the top, it sets it. If you've got sunburn and you spray toner on, it reduces the redness. If you've got a mosquito bite, you spray toner on it and it helps it. And other minor irritations. It's absolutely amazing, and it soothes and softens without stripping the skin of its essential moisture. It's one of Dr. Don's favourite products, and he always says if he is in a rush, then he will spray the toner. And I have to say that it's the one product that I don't think I could run out of, because I've not got anything else that does anything like it. I feel like I could wash my face and it wouldn't be as good as the cleanser, but I could wash my face with something else and feel clean. The toner for me just really helps me with regards to how my skin feels. I love the spray of it. It makes my skin feel fresh. I don't feel like I'm desperate to put moisturiser on afterwards, which is a really positive thing. We also have the stretch mark cream. So the stretch mark cream minimises the appearance of stretch marks, fine lines and other skin scarring. So if you've got really red stretch marks, then it will help reduce the redness as well as healing them. And if you've got white stretch marks that are quite deep, it will help with regards to the regeneration of the skin there as well. So it's just amazing. Really good for C-section scars with regards to, getting rid of it. It's also good, so it can be used whilst somebody is pregnant to actually prevent stretch marks as well. Now, for me, I've always struggled with the stretch mark cream because I use the defining gel. So what they say is if you use the defining gel after you've just showered in the morning, then probably use the stretch mark cream in the evening. And the two together, obviously, you can imagine on your tummy area, the defining gel's tightening the skin, the stretch mark cream is healing those stretch marks, which is amazing. So, lip and eye cream. Okay, so we're reducing wrinkles, we're lightening skin marks, we're improving elasticity, we're helping generate the production of collagen and elastin, we're helping reduce the effects of the UV on the skin, and hyaluronic acid increases smoothness and softens and decreases lines. This basically, how it works with regards to, you've got it around your eyes and you've got it around your lips. So, around your eyes, it lessens the appearance of fine lines, bags, and puffiness. Now, what it does is, because it reduces around here, when you put it around your lips, you get a pout. And that can feel a bit strange because you're like, well, how come it reduces a bag here but makes this stick out? And it's because it reduces around here. So it makes your pouts appear greater. It's amazing. So it creates a tensor effect and it provides a lift, it improves the tone and texture of the skin, and that's it. And you basically just pat it, okay? So you pat it around I'm going to come closer, around this area here, okay? So, and you're just patting it. Now, when you're patting it, what you're also doing is that impacts with regards to the puffiness. So you're patting it on around the eye socket area and your eye will naturally take in the amount of cream that it needs. Repair Age, okay. So this is a nighttime moisturiser. Personally, I like to use a rich moisturiser, therefore I use it day and night. I'm over 40, so I need all the help I can get. It helps repair the skin's barrier, improves moisture levels in the skin, further improves dehydration, and it helps reduce fine lines and improves elasticity. It boosts your skin's natural tone. It produces a tightening effect, leaving your skin feeling firmer, and you'll see noticeable results from this. Your complexion is going to look smoother and softer, and the appearance of fine lines is going to diminish. And this is suitable for all skin types. Then, one of my favourites is the exfoliating peel. So the exfoliating peel is a basically it gently peels away the excess oils, dead skin cells, pore clogging debris. So you apply it and you just pat it on, and it's got little round, oh, I don't know what to call it, little I can't think of the word. I'll think of it in a minute. And you can see little beads of little beads of aloe vera in it, and it's those that all work together. So just pat it on, and with this, how long you leave it on depends on your skin sensitivity. So for me personally, I can put it on and I can leave it on for, to be fair, I can leave it on for up to an hour. And I leave it on, and then when I'm taking it off, you just give it a good rub in. Okay, so you get some warm water, you're rubbing it in, especially around the nose area, around the forehead area. Give it a good rub in with some warm water before you're washing it off. If you've got sensitive skin, or if your clients have got sensitive skin, tell them to only leave it on for the first time for a couple of minutes. I did quite a few mini facials last night with the peel, and some of the ladies went really quite red, and that was because the room was very hot, and secondly I was trying to put cleanser on, cleanse one person, and they were having wow on, and but their skin today will be absolutely amazing. But you don't want people to have that redness, because the first time they use it, they might feel a little bit nervous about that. So it boosts your skin's natural renewal, strips away dead skin cells. It's a really lovely, gentle peel that gives amazing results. It's basically a mild in-home version of a chemical peel you would have done at a dermatologist. Because of the way it works, it avoids a lot of the harsh chemicals that are found in chemical peels, but it works so well that even though it's all natural ingredients, you will get results that, a bottle of this stuff is £36. Was it 38? Sorry, 38. And that is going to last you, you're going to apply it twice a week. And that is going to last you a good couple of months, to be honest with you. So when you think about what you would pay for a peel within a salon, and the fact that you're going to pay £38 for a bottle that's going to last you a couple of months using it twice a week, it is the most amazing value for money. It can help in the prevention of acne as it strips away dead skin cells. Again, suitable for all skin types. As I've talked about, use it twice a week. Don't use it on damaged, burnt or irritated skin. Okay, it says leave on for 10 minutes. As I say, the minute you see that pinkness coming on the first time, take it off. People will build it up themselves. Preventage, this is our day cream. Again, helps reduce the effect of UV, helps repair the skin's barrier and improve moisture level in the skin. Now, none of our creams have a UV filter in them. And the reason for this is that our formulator is so passionate about things being natural. Until he finds something that is natural, that will work as a UV filter, our moisturisers won't have it. So you will need to, if they're using a good foundation, then they're going to get their filter from that. But just to make people aware, that there is no UV filter in it. And the reason behind that is because we're so passionate about it being natural. So with the Preventage, as I say, this is classed as the day cream. It helps to counter the damaging effects of solar rays and pollutants. It softens and soothes the skin. And it's just a really lovely day cream that you'll see the benefit of. Greens, okay. So, greens are, this is a supplement that we've got, okay. And this is a supplement, we only have it in the berry flavour within the UK, and we have it in a tub that is a month's worth. So this detoxifies, alkalizes and promotes pH balance within the body. It's an acidic fighting magnesium and potassium blend, and it's full of free radical fighting antioxidants. So in that tub, you're going to get a month's worth of product. It's a powder form. It's supplied with a scoop. You can drink it in water. You can drink it in juice. You've got 2 to 3 vegetables, 2 to 3 fruits and 3 to 5 vegetables, all from organic sources. As we've talked about, it helps detoxify the body, alkalizes the body, abundance of free radical fighting antioxidants, and it balances your immune system. So if you've got somebody with regards to detoxing, signs that somebody's body needs to detox are they've got skin breakouts, they've got bloating stomach pains, they've got food cravings, trouble sleeping, constipation, headaches, fatigue, irritability, or congestion that feels like a cold. Any of those things are a sign that your body needs to detox and have a reboot, and greens is the perfect thing for that. Just quickly go through some of my notes. Basically, within the environment, we have a lot of pollutants. We have a diet typically high in processed and fatty foods, and stress all contribute to the acidity of the body. So to alkalize the body and restore the pH balance is key to staying healthy. And this product can help counteract the impact of an acidic diet. It supports circulation, it helps blood vessel health and flow to keep nutrients flowing to the cells. It's ideal for supporting the wrap. So if you are wrapping and you're using greens at the same time, then you are detoxing out, and it's really going to help with regards to the results that you're going to get. If you've got a cold, double up. Okay, so you will put 2 scoops into your drink on a daily basis. Unless you're on a big night out and you want to stay up late, don't use it after 5 o'clock in the evening, because one of the great things it does is give you an increase in energy and keeps you awake. So if you have a slump in the afternoon, if you drink greens in the morning, that will help with that. I quote, lean, green, disease-fighting machine. Amazing. That's funny. Greens is actually okay for diabetics due to the natural use of the natural sweetener, but again, check with any doctors. Pregnant, anything like that. Recently, somebody's asked me about arthritis. Always check with a medical professional, and they will go through the ingredients. So, we've also got hair, skin and nails. So hair, skin and nails, you take it on the inside, 2 tablets, the result you're going to see on the outside. Okay, so it boosts your natural collagen and keratin production, it supports the body defenses against free radical damage, and it promotes healthy cell growth, strength and shine. H is for healing enhanced. The S is for stronger and shinier, and the N is for nourishing and moisturising. So, H, healing. The nutrients and ingredients enhance the normal production, which helps the restoration of rebuilding our hair, skin and nails, which is why things become shinier. Stronger and shinier. When your hair's stronger, it's probably going to last longer. So if you've got anybody you know that is in fear of losing their hair, then the hair, skin and nails is a perfect product for them. Nourishing and moisturising. Basically, if you've got healthy hair, skin and nails, it's because you are properly being moisturised from the inside out. That means you've got increased elasticity, so it means that things snap back into shape, it means you stay youthful, it increases the flexibility of your hair. The skin is the largest organ of the body, so it's all about looking after that. And this product works on all of those levels. So it supports the health, shine, strength with specific ingredients that work inside. It boosts your natural collagen and keratin production. 2 major structural proteins of the hair, skin and nails is literally the amount of biotin that is included in there for the shiny and healthy glow. It can help with premature grey, which is amazing. And it's called Extramel, and this is a key ingredient that resists aging from the inside, making your skin look better, making you healthy glow, and you're just more radiant on the whole. So that's hair, skin and nails. And last, our product that we had launched in June is we've got Wow. Okay, so Wow is a fast-acting anti-wrinkle cream. And with this, you're going to put your lip and eye cream on first. So you're going to tap your lip and eye cream on. You're going to let that literally just soak in. So don't leave it too long, but allow it to, you don't want it wet to the touch. So once that's dried, then you get your Wow, tiny, tiny little amount of this product, and you're going to tap here. So you're going to tap it underneath the eyes. You can tap it on the forehead. You can do it around your lips with regards to if you've got fine lines. Literally anywhere on your face that you want to see fine lines and wrinkles disappear. That's what to do. That's it. So you're going to start with clean skin. As I've said, use your lip and eye. Always make sure that that skin has had some sort of eye cream on it. If somebody is using Wow and they don't have lip and eye cream, and they're on a loyal customer, for example, and they only want to buy the Wow first, and they might buy the lip and eye cream on the second month, and just make sure it's moisturized. Any moisturizer, lip and eye cream is obviously going to make it better results wise, but any moisturizer, tiny little bit. Okay. Less is more with this product. Tap it using your fingertip and then fan. So then you're going to fan it dry, 45 seconds to feel it and another 45 seconds to see it. You can literally see on videos the tightening of the eye with regards to here or on the forehead. Say for example you're looking and you're thinking, oh, I don't think that's worked enough, I need a bit more. Yes, you can put a bit more on. Be very, very careful how much you're putting on. And what you might find is people get a bit overexcited the first time they put it on. They put loads on because they're not being patient. Sometimes I think it can take up to a couple of minutes to work up to the full desire. And if that happens, then they might get a little bit of residue. So it might go a little bit powdery. If it goes a little bit powdery, just pop some lip and eye cream over it. It won't get rid of the results, but it will get rid of the residue. Okay. I tend to recommend that people leave an hour before makeup if they're going out, if they've got time. If it's first thing in the morning, just make sure that you've, maybe got dressed or something before you put your makeup on, after putting it on. And keep your face as still as possible while applying. So once you've got it on, keep your face still, fan it, and that's it basically. Just keep that face still while you're doing it. And that is Wow. That is Wow. I've not got as much on the ingredients on that one, I'm afraid. We'll work on that. But that's it, guys. That is all the products. I'm going to stop the recording now. So thank you very much for listening. I hope you found that useful. Bit of a Zoomy tour, but it still took at least 40 minutes to go through all of those products. So any questions, please just get in touch or ask us on the team page.